Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian Report. We'll look at the ASX and CBA. So as you may know, our primary count at this stage is from wave 3 here to wave 4 here to pull back to the wave 4 of one lesser degree, which is around the 5600 area through here. We're looking at this as a 5-wave structure to the downside. That would give us the wave A in here. Then we're looking for wave B and then 5 waves down for wave C. Now wave B can be simple or it can be complex. I was tracing it out as being simple in terms of an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. And the C wave is normally in 5 waves, but it's pulled back in wave 4 a little bit too much. So let's just go in and investigate that a little bit here and have a look at our sort of options here. So let me just open this up. This is a 4-hour chart here. So from wave A here, we know that the move up here was corrective as an A and a B and a C. So we've labelled that wave A. This move down through here is in 3 waves, so we're labelling it as wave B. And then I was looking for 5 waves up through here, and we were going okay. So we had wave 1 and wave 2, and we had a line across the top here to go long here up to the 58 area here. That the 8 would always be the target. And then we're looking for this wave 4 to pull back 38.2%. And then wave 5 to go up here to complete this. But this wave 4 has pulled back too far now, because if we just roughly look at this here from there to there, then I'll just put in a horizontal line there. So that's the 38.2 retracement level as far as the crow flies. So it's really sort of moved back down a long way. In fact, it's overlapped wave 1 here. Not that I worry about these spikes here too much. The top here is more interesting, but it has pulled back between 50 and 60% of that previous move, which is a lot for wave 4. I mean, it's not, well, basically because it's technically because it's moved to here and overlapped the top of wave 1 here, then it doesn't make it a wave 4 technically. But sometimes you've got to kind of with derivatives, leverage products, because when Elliott made his rules in observing his principle, that was done on stock with no leverage. So yeah, futures markets tend to have some spikes in them. So it's possible that it's a wave 4, and then we move up here for wave 5. But that wave 4 could also get a bit more complicated as well. It may move up here, then move back, and then be wave 4 here, and then have the 5 little waves moving up here as well into this space here before rolling over. So we've either got something like this, we stay with the wave 4 here, or we have to look at all of this wave B here from wave A to wave B here in a triangle pattern. So I want to present that story here as an option, or something that we need to consider now that the pattern has been broken. So triangle patterns in Elliott can happen in wave 4s and also in wave Bs. So it fits quite nicely really when we look at it as an A, because basically a triangle is in Elliott terms 5 waves. So an A wave, a B wave, a C wave, a D wave and an E wave here. So it's 5-wave structure, but each internal wave here from A wave here, this is always in 3 waves, ABC, ABC, ABC here, and then I'll be looking at an A and a B and a C wave here for wave D, and then an A and a B and a C wave here for wave E here, and then going down. And it's got that sort of triangle sort of pattern that's quite nice here as well, as you can observe here. I'll just put that into a darker line here so you can see that a bit more clearly at that point there. So that's possibly what we have here at the moment with in this scenario. So if this is going to trace out here, then we can start to look at what's going to occur here. So it does appear that this move down here can be in 5 waves because it's quite swift. So in that case, we'd be looking for it to move back up 61.8% here. So I think I'll just go to the tick chart here and let's just work this little area here based on the triangle pattern here. So this is what we were looking at here as wave 1 and wave 2, and then looking for wave 3 up here to wave 4 to come back to the 38.2% retracement level and then move up. I think one of the interesting things here though as well is that I can count 5 waves up here for wave 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave, the fourth wave, and then we've got wave 1 and 2 in here, and then wave 3, 4 and 5 coming up here. So really this wave 4, the extension's in wave 5 here, and it's pulled back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So I think that that's sort of interesting and you know, can play out like that here. But what we normally find when you've got wave 5 as an extension, wave 4 will then pull back to the top of wave 3. That's normally the sort of thing. So it has pulled back a long way. But what concerns me now is it appears that this is 5 waves down here. So that means that that triangle pattern can be pretty well right. So let's just look at this here. Let's get this organized a little bit here. So we don't need that green line. This is where you would have traded along from, above here. We talked about that last time we spoke. And if the market went bearish, we had a trigger below there as well. So we knew what points we were looking at, and getting to 5.8 was the game. So here, let's just open this up a little bit further here. You can see it. Okay. So that's our 50-60% target area here. So that's where we can expect. I mean, what we're going to see here from this point of view here is we're either going to see, you know, the move go straight up here to wave 5 here, or it's just going to go into this box here. So we'd look at this as wave B here in this area here, and then wave C would be down here making a new low here. So I can't draw on this side of the tick chart here, but so for the short term today, then we can look at this moving up higher here, and it can continue to go up here, or it's going to turn at this point here and then make a move back down here. So really on the short side, if you're trading long up here, that's fine to get up into the box here. You might want to reduce and so on. If you do see a turn, I think that the turn would, or the trigger that you could use to come down, if that was going to occur, then this 72 here, 5772. Now, you know that 72 is important, but when you got 772 or 272, then it just becomes, it plays out as a more weighty kind of number. So really, as the market does think, you know, works to this side over here more and more, this number is going to become more valuable to use. So with that in mind here, I'll just save that. There are two options. Everything's said and done. We move straight up here in 5 waves to take out the top here, maybe to the 50 here, or the market's going to turn here and have another 5 waves down here. Now, if it has another 5 waves down here, then what you need to do is you need to grab that there and wherever that low is here, and then work out your 61.8% again, which is here at this stage. So this is where this A, B, and C here. Then there's going to be an A, B, and C here to finish off the main structure, and then down from that point. Okay, so you can map it out by using the 50 and 60%. I always find that really kind of helpful. It gives us that sort of shell to work from. So CBA here is interesting because once again we're counting 5 waves down through to here, and if we're counting 5 waves down through to here, then we're looking for a move back up here. Now, we noted before that we had 5 waves in wave A here, so I was looking for a move to come back into to 80, the 50-60% mark. It didn't quite make it, and then we're looking for wave C to move up here as such. So there's a couple of things we need to be aware of here. The first up here is that this move up here is not finished yet. There's still more to go here for this structure of basically five waves in here to finish this off here. I would always been looking at this gap over here. So I think that looking at that number here, the 85, is where we're looking at here. Of course, the US markets are down today, but they're recovering okay as well. So we might see a bit of a rough start here, but once the market settles, we should see CBA push higher here. And if, the other thing here too, I have to question my my structure down here as well now, because this is the 61.8% marker going across the top here, and the market is here at the moment, and it's okay for it to go up to 85 and still be with that 61.8% general sort of retracement level here. But if we find a nice tested support on 85 here, we will get some sort of, there'll be some sort of corrective move here, but we'll draw a line across the top here. But if this just gets corrective here and pushes up through here, then at that point, when it finishes this 5-wave structure here and it moves higher, then we have to question this here, and we would probably have to look at this as an A wave to here, then a B wave to here, then a C wave to here. That's the other way to draw that out here. So it made it a bit difficult to count in the early stages up here, but it does fit quite nicely as 5 waves. And I've also taken A and Z into consideration as well, and so on. So let's just allow this A and B and the structure in wave C here of 5 waves to fully play out before I look at myself being wrong in this case here, and then we got support on 85, we'll go long from that point, and that will also help the indices as well, the ASX 200. So in this little structure just here, I was looking at that just on the tick chart here. We had wave B down here, so I was looking at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, just to sort of fill you in a bit, then 1 and 2 and 5 waves up here for the 3rd wave, a 4th wave here, a 5th wave to move up a bit higher here to take that high out here. So we can take that a bit higher into here, and then another wave 4 here, which will come back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then wave 5 up here. So it's got a few sessions to play out here, a few days to finish this here. So while this is all going on here, that's quite a good sort of pattern, that wave going up for wave 5, coming back for wave 4 in 3 waves, and then moving up. It really helps us with that triangle pattern on the ASX 200. They could both fit and work together in that nature there. So still sort of bullish on the banks for a little while, and then we'll go neutral here until we understand what's happening at 85 here as support or resistance here. If it's going to fail from here, well, then we will be net short in our equities. Otherwise, but we won't even go net short. I'll tighten things up on our trades, but if this becomes support here, then some of those long positions that we've got, we really want to hold on to those, So, alrighty, look, that's how I see it. It's going to be a little bit tricky for the ASX traders, so just keep it to the sub levels and play a tight game. Alrighty, cheers.